If you hate risk but love the idea of starting a semi-automated business from anywhere in the world, then starting an online t-shirt business could be for you. T-shirts have universal appeal, are affordable to source, and are easily customizable. I'm Shivam and I'm creative strategist. I've helped fashion startups take their sales from zero to thousands. So if you clicked on this video, you're probably wanting to start your own online t-shirt business, and today I'm going to show you how. In this video, we will cover 7 key steps: finding your audience, creating your designs, sourcing quality materials, printing options, validating your business ideas before investing a lot of money, opening your online store and managing inventory and fulfillment. Step number 1. Picking a niche in order to find your audience. There's quite a bit of competition in the online t-shirt business because there's such a low barrier to entry. In order to cut through the noise, you're going to want to specialize so that you can stand out against the competition. Picking a niche ensures that you are catering to a specific group of audience. So if you decide to go with funny slogans on your tees, that's going to be too broad. But if you choose funny slogans that appeal to neurologists, for example, then you're on the right track. A good niche is going to be an inch wide and a mile deep. Whenever someone's asked me how to choose a niche, I always recommend they choose something that's of actual interest to them. If you're genuinely interested and passionate about it, that will drive your success. If that's not an option, here's some way to find a niche. Check out a niche subreddit and take a look at the engagement and subscriber counts. You can also use Facebook Audience Insight tool. It's a tool that marketers use to get more information about their targeted audience. It will bring up information like geography, demography, purchase behavior, and more. Now it's time to choose your design. In this business, you have to make a real effort to stand out, so going with the design that already exists is probably not going to cut out. That doesn't mean you have to go with a super complex design. Sometimes simpler designs do best. But what that does mean is that you have to go with the design that resonates with your audience. So do research. What is the cultural language that only your audience understands? Are there any industry-wide inside jokes? Once you have some ideas rolling around in your head, then you're going to want to make a design file. If you're uncomfortable with making the actual design file yourself, check out Dribbble, Freelancer, Upwork, or Behance to hire somebody out. If you are comfortable creating the design, Adobe Illustrator for any flat design, otherwise use Photoshop for any complex design, like the use of photography. Make sure your images are 300 pixels and you are using CMYK and have a transparent background. Measure out the actual design so that it's taking up enough of the shirt. Quality is important. You don't want your patterns to fade or crack, or you don't want the actual shirt to shrink or rip. That's not going to create raving fans that are going to come back to repurchase. The final quality of your shirt will depend on the material that you choose and the print technique. Here are 5 things you are going to want to keep in mind when you are choosing the actual shirt: fit, material, size, softness, and weight. I have left a link in the description box with the top 6 most popular t-shirts to choose from. So that's the actual t-shirt covered. Now you have to think about your printing options. There are 3 popular ways of doing so. There's screen printing, direct to garment, and heat transfer. All of them have their pros and cons. Screen printing is effective for larger batches. However, it's not cost effective for multiple colors, and you can only print simple images and designs. Then there's heat transfer. With heat transfer, you can produce full color images relatively quickly and easily. All you do is order the prints from your local printer and press each shirt on demand yourself. On the flip side, this method doesn't produce as high quality results. It can be a large investment upfront because a heat press costs anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars, and taking the do-it-yourself approach does require you to invest a lot of time. So that can be harder to scale. Direct to garment has unlimited color options and your designs can be very detailed. It's great for smaller orders and there are no setup costs. However, this won't be cost effective for large runs because there are no volume discounts. Before you invest a lot of money in your new business idea, make sure that you have verified that there is market and interest in your design. Get feedback using your social networks. Post your designs on Facebook, niche, Facebook groups, and Instagram. But be careful when you're asking your friends and family because their opinions are prone to kindness. Despite the community's general aversion to the market, Reddit is still a great place to get honest feedback. It's easy to tap into a niche with the amount of subreddits there are out there. Just post your design and ask for some honest feedback, and who knows, that interaction might turn into a scale later down the line. Crowdfunding sites have made it much easier to validate and collect money upfront for your new business idea. Crowdfunding campaigns can be extremely time-consuming, but the benefits this can be huge. You may be able to fully fund your project before you even launch it, and if you have a particular novel idea like matching shirts for dogs and their owners, then crowdfunding might be for you. Check out the Kickstarter and Indiegogo. By integrating your Shopify store with a print-on-demand service, you can validate your ideas without investing in inventory. Check out the description box below for a list of 10 companies for print-on-demand services. Of course, is the part where we mentioned Shopify. How could we not? Shopify is a quick and easy way to get started, and luckily Shopify has a free trial so you can get your business set up before even having to spend a dime. You can check out the 14-day free trial from the description below. And here are a couple of things to note. To make your Shopify store easy to use and nice to look, make sure your homepage has clear images of your t-shirt and people wearing them, including strategically placed Shop Now buttons to encourage purchases. New shoppers will want to find out more about your businesses. So include an About Us page with your brand story and what makes you different. Include a shipping and return policy. This will make your customer feel confident when buying your products. Also include a contact page to instill trust. Good customer service is key when gaining new customers and encouraging repeat customers. Your product pages should have a description of the fit, materials, and other important information. Make sure you are including multiple photos of the t-shirts, all shown at different angles. We have an entire video dedicated just to increase the conversion, so you want to learn more about on how to do that, click the link up there in the corner. Now, if you're more in the market for a quick setup, go with the print-on-demand service that integrates directly with your Shopify store. You will be able to take orders right away. These services will print and ship your t-shirt to the customer on your behalf every time you receive an order. It's a great way to get started because there's no need to purchase or hold any inventory. Best of all, if you want to use your own design on other principal products like totes, mugs, etc., you have the option to do that as well. If you plan to hold your inventory, you are going to have a strategy for this. Too much inventory, you are going to tie up all your funds in product. But if you don't hold enough inventory and your lead times are too long, your customers might get upset when they have to wait for their orders. My recommendation would be to start lean. Start with 20 t-shirts. If it ends up being too much, you can just send it to your friends and influencers and chalk it up to market expense. If it's too little, you can always order more. Just make sure you're clear with your customers about lead times. Take into account how long it takes to produce and to ship to your customer. I actually want to reiterate how important it is not to tie up all your funds and in inventory. You are still going to want to have some leftover money for Facebook ads and your website, photo shoots, and the list goes on. So that about wraps it up. In this video, we learned how to find your audience, create your design, source material, etc. We also covered printing options, how to validate your business ideas, and managing inventory. Those are all the tools that you need in order to start your successful t-shirt business today. As always, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section below and I will get to each and every single one of them. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.